Hi everybody and welcome to this week's BBO weekly free instant tournament where we try and draw some lessons about playing a bridge hand and card reading. So hopefully I'll do a bit better than last week and go a bit slower than last week because I noticed that was a much shorter video than usual. I'm back feeling a lot better this week, so hopefully we can score a lot better and I can explain things better. So we're on to board one. Partners opened one diamond, which could be a 3-card suit. At the East has overcalled one heart, which is 5+ hearts. So we're here with our 12-point hand. We have a heart stop, which we might want to show at some point. But got the ace in partner's diamond suit. So clubs could be a worry and no trumps. But we do have 5 spades. And if you look at the meaning of negative double, it means I got exactly 4 spades. I double here. So this is something that in general is quite a common agreement amongst ACOL players as well. When you get this sequence, one of a minor, one heart, double shows exactly 4 spades. Right? And a 1 spade bid shows 5+ spades. So this is a useful distinction that you can make. I know there are people who advocate that double should deny 4 spades and that 1 spade should be 4+. But I think this way of splitting it up, where double is exactly 4 spades and 1 spade is 5+ spades, is a much more common distinction that you're able to make. So this means that North will be able to raise me with just 3-card support. So I'm going to bid 1 spade here for 2 clubs. So unlike in ACOL, it just doesn't promise 5 diamonds, 5-card diamond suit. 11 to 16 high card points, 12 to 18 total points. Thing is, this is a best hand tournament, so we have an extra deduction to make, which is that partner has only got 11 or 12 points. The robot never opens with 10 points, but it can't have more than 12. North can't have more than 12 points. But we are actually quite well placed. We know where all the points are because the partner has 12 points and we have 12 points. That's 24 points. East is overcalled, showing at least 8. So this hand can't have more than 8, and East is likely to have more than that. So the heart honor should be well placed. We should be all right for 2 heart tricks playing in trumps. Partner doesn't have much in spades, and we have this misfit here. So the question is, we're going to rebid no trumps. The question is, are we going to rebid 2 no trumps, which I think you can see shows a balanced invite with 5 spades and 20 to 12 high card points. Whereas I bid 3 no trumps, shows 13 to 16. Well, high card points. I've actually got quite a nice 12 in these 10s, 9s, and 8s. But the difficulty is this is a misfit. Partner doesn't have many spades. They had 3 spades, they could have raised us. They've still got a chance to win. I think it's that denied 3 spades, 2 minus spades, yes. So they don't have 3 spades. So we do have a misfit. So it's quite close whether to bid 2 no trumps or 3 no trumps. We know partner is going to say they're a minimum. They've only got 11 or 12 points. So if we bid 2 no trumps, we can be pretty sure that the robot is going to pass. So do we think we can make it? The odds are we'll make 2 spades, 2 hearts. Diamond is 5. We do actually look that there's difficulty with the communications with partner as well. We have to leave clubs to get to dummy, and there could well be a club honor sat over partner's club honor. All in all, I'm just going to play 2 no trumps at match points. At imps, I'd always be bidding 3 no trumps because the bonus, yeah, 3 no trumps is worth a lot more points. And, you know, you score it, you write down 400 instead of 150. So that's a big difference in terms of points. But in terms of whether we make 8 or 9 tricks, it's minus or plus. It's a top or a bottom. 3 no trumps. 2 no trumps is looks as though if we can make 8 tricks, it should be okay. So I'm going to do 2 no trumps. As expected, partner passes. Expect ace to pass. You should get a heart lead. Partner has excellent hearts and has the king of spades. So we have good heart there. So we've got to make 3 hearts, 3 spades is 6, the diamond is 7, and the question is about the clubs, whether we can come to 1 or 2 clubs. We do have to untangle our entries. So we need, because we need to have an entry to our hand after we catch the king of spades. And it's quite likely after they take the ace of hearts, they'll switch to diamonds, looking at the weakness in dummy. They might switch to spades, which would suit us. Anyway, we want them to take the ace of hearts as soon as possible. That gives us more flexibility. So we'll play the king. That will encourage them to take the ace. But they didn't. Right. Right. Well, I'm going to unblock the king of spades before it happens. And now I'm going to leave the jack of hearts. Go overtake the queen. Well, right, so there we see that they're trying to set up their heart trick. I can still play a heart from dummy. I'm going to try now for my 9th trick by a club finesse. This is going to lose. It lost the king. Robot all would have played the queen from king queen. So now they've played the diamond, setting up the diamond tricks. But now, so they've set up all the diamond tricks. I've got 4 at the moment, so I'll become so this hand only had 1 spade, they're throwing hearts away. This hand only had 1 heart, we had 7, so they had 5. Spade, heart, diamonds. They still have 2 hearts, which is slightly foolish. So we got our 6 tricks. 9. That's it done. Finally, they throw their heart. I've played my 9 tricks. 5 hearts. And they've got 2 diamond rings to cash. Well, that was enough. We didn't have to bid 3. Just got 100% for making 9 tricks. What did everybody else do then? People who bid 3 no trumps went down. And, okay, it's a close decision. At match points, I'd take the plus score. If it wasn't for the robot, if the robot had won with the queen of clubs rather than the king, it would have been a lot less clear that that finesse was working. Although I think we can see that they actually turned up with the high card points in hearts and diamonds, and therefore the clubs were likely to be split. Otherwise, there would have been too many points in the East hand. So East has opened a club. Now on board 2, We've got our 15 points. We don't really have a club stop. This hand might only be 3 clubs. We got a 5-card major, and may as well get our bid in. They found their spade fit. They've got a weak hand here. 3 to 4 spades, more likely 4 really. I suspect that if I were to bid 3 clubs, it shows more points than I've got, essentially. I've got 15, south, could have 14. This hand can easily have 10, which will leave partner with 1. So I really can't do anything here. I'm just going to pass. And this hand clearly does have something like 10. What it says, 11 to 12 total points. 10 points. So partner rates to have 0 to 3 high card points. We're vulnerable, they're not, so we're not bidding, definitely not bidding here. And partner leads the heart, which is nice. So the king of hearts is on our left. The robot, unfortunately, doesn't lead high-low from doubletons and these. Playing the ace, the king doesn't appear. Really don't know what the situation is. Partner led the 4 from 10-4 doubleton, which is the worst thing that would happen. I mean, if partner's led from 3 small ones, then if I lead a low one, the king will pop up from the left. If partner has a doubleton, then I've got a chance of, yeah, I must lead a heart at this point. I'm going to lead the 5 of hearts, even though the robot just pays no attention to suit preference signals. Because if we look at the hearts, if I had 5 and there was 3 there, the shapes involving 5 hearts, 5 and 3 are 5, 3, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 1. Pretty much that's it. So the odds are that this hand doesn't have 4 hearts, so the partner shouldn't have 4 hearts. They ought to have done some raised hearts. They have 1. So the odds are that one of north and west has 3 hearts, and the other one has 2. If north has 3 and west has 2, then I can just lead a low heart, and west will go up with the king, as we know they have the king. And if they have 3, so that they can let it run around to the jack, partner will have a doubleton, and I'm going to get in on the first or second round of spades, and I can give partner a rough if they have 3 spades. So that's what I'm going to do. And just to tell partner that I prefer diamonds to clubs, I'm leading the highest heart I can afford. I can't afford the queen. Well, that's interesting. Partner did for the king and didn't raise me. Well, that affects things. This with the king, and finesse next time for partner to have the queen. But that is somewhat disappointing. But partner's 3 points, can't have anything else, are in hearts, and they had 4 of them and never said 2 hearts. I know they haven't got anything else, but basically, not, our ace of diamonds is going nowhere. Well, no other tricks except possibly in trumps, or unless they make a mistake. So I'm going to lead a heart now and get this hand to trump again. Grounds that king. Come on, they're going to jack. And yes, some. Two. Now the king getting plus pot. Um, I still had a spade, and I'm not convinced about this 10 of hearts lead. There's still the king of diamonds there. I'll take my ace. And hit there, three spades, 46.4%, pretty much average. Should we have done? Partner should have raised my heart. Somebody made four hearts. That's the one score other than three spades tick. Right. Why would partner not raise hearts? So we have a spade to lose, a diamond to lose, no hearts to lose, and two clubs to lose. So it shouldn't make, but it should be one off, which if it isn't doubled would be a good save. Anyway, so we got par for the course, same as everybody else there. One. We got 15 count, 4-4-2. Well, I like to open these one no trump. The robot will open this count. Two hearts is a transfer to spades. They have five spades. Right. Now, quite frankly, that's, although I only have 15 points, I'm going to say this is massive. And I want a double turn and partner. So I'm going to bid three hearts here. If we do super accept Doubleton support, so this says I got 17 high card points because it only super accept means you've got a 4-card support, 5 here. So the robot normally only does it if it has 17 points. My difficulty with doing it with three hearts here is that the robot might rebid 4 hearts, which is a retransfer, I think. But if it isn't, the robot will bid 4 spades and play from their hand, and the lead will come through my 3 kings. So I think I've probably got to do 3 diamonds as the super accept. Although 3 spades is a super accept. Without identifying a double. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that super accept. 4 diamonds, and now we have a cubid showing the ace of diamonds. No ace of clubs. Question is, if I bid 4 spades, the robot will close the auction, even if they have the ace of hearts. Let's see, if I bid 4M and the robot turns out just to have 1 key card, then I really shouldn't be looking for slam. 13 plus total points. So they got more than that. They'll have at least 2 key cards. So I'm going to bid 4 no trumps. They're probably then going to show that they've got the ace of hearts and the king of spades. And they may have so we'll try 4 no trumps, Roman key card backward. Spades. 5 clubs, says they've got 0 or 3 key cards. They've got 3 key cards. They can't have had 0 there. So they've already shown us, told us that they've got the ace of diamonds. So there are 5 key cards, which are the 4 aces and the king of trumps. So we already told us they don't have the ace of clubs, so they've got the ace of diamonds, the ace of hearts, and the king of spades, and they have 5 spades. So that means that we've got 10 card spade fit, including the ace and king, so they're not likely to lose to the queen. There's nothing else that we can find out from the robot. We don't need to ask for kings because we know where all the kings are. We know the king of spades in the robot's hand, and the other 3 are here. We know we haven't got losers in the red suit. And they probably will lead clubs after this auction, the robots, which may help take care of that. We may be able to get rid of our clubs and some hearts or diamonds in partner's hand. So we're a bit murky at the moment, but the partner's got some queens that will be useful, but I'm bidding 6 spades now. They've led diamonds, which is very nice. Ruff a club. So our problem is, could the spades be? So we won't have any heart losers. We'll have the 1 club loser, the ace of clubs, because we won't be able to get rid of it. So we'll have a spare diamond winner because of this lead. So, and even if it takes us 3 rounds to draw trumps, we'll still be able to ruff 2 clubs in dummy. And if we wanted 2 diamonds, the 1 diamond that we need to ruff in our hand. So, yeah, if you can see that we'll have no heart losers, no diamond losers. 1 club loser would be able to go on that. We'll lose a club. King and queen will take care of 2 rounds of clubs, 1 loser, 1 winner, and then we just have to ruff the club in dummy. So we've got 12 tricks, provided we don't lose a trick to the queen of spades. And we can pick up the queen of spades, no matter whichever hand it is in, if we play the right top honor to start with. So if West has 3 spades, we'll play the ace first. We'll find that out and we can finesse. If East has 3 spades, and we play the king first, West will fail to follow, and we can take the finesse next time. So we've got to find out who's more likely to have 3 spades. Probably turn out that nobody does, because spades are much more likely to split 2-1 than they are 3-0. Nobody had a chance to speak before I did, and then they got into the. So what's this 3 of diamonds lead? Let's just have a look at this, just see if we get any more evidence from this. The queen is there. So that's a short suit. So diamonds are short suit. And robot tends to like short suit leads, but a lot of hearts, nobody bid them. I mean, they have a lot of hearts and nobody bid them, so they look to be a fair chance they're 5-4. I'm inclined to think that neither person's got 3 spades, but East is marginally more likely to. No, I think West is marginally more likely to, because West could be short in diamonds. Okay, we'll try the ace of spades first. The fatal card. Spades are 2-1 all the time, nothing to worry about. Well, but the point is that you should worry about it, and you should try and work it out before you play to trip 2. Right, so let's draw the last trump. Right, remember we had 10, so they had 3. And trumps. They go straight up with the ace. Now we've got so many winners that we don't know what to do. Right, I can just claim ace and jack of diamonds is good, ace king of hearts is good, king of clubs is good, can trump lots of stuff. So I can just claim contract making 96.4%. So it looks like one other person bid 6 spades. Everyone else is making 4 spades plus 2. And okay, on to board 4. Partner opens 1 club, which could be a 3-card suit. We've got a nice 14-point hand. So we're going to game here. Just a question of which game to which game we're going. And what we want to do is to show that we've got 5 spades and 4 hearts. And we can do that by bidding 1 spade to start with. If we were 4-4 in spades and hearts, we'd bid 1 heart first. So by bidding spades first and then hearts, we're showing we've got longer spades than hearts. So 1 no trump from here. So they've just got the 12 to 14 points, but they haven't denied 4 hearts. They haven't got 4 spades. But let's see what 2 hearts from me would mean. Only 6 to 11 points. So I would have to bid 3 hearts, which is 2 suited invitational 5-5. I don't want to do that. So I think I have to do something called new, which the robot plays, which we don't play in ACOL, called new minor forcing. So I think 2 diamonds is new minor forcing, shows 4 plus spades, 12 plus total points. So it's forcing. And the robot is expected to show either that it's got the 4 hearts, or that it's got 3 card support for spades, or if it doesn't have either of those, then to do something else. So this is new minor, not something that we would play in a 4-card major weak no trump system generally. It fits in with a 5-card major strong no trump system, although plenty of people who play that manage to do quite well without new minor forcing. And here we come. The partner has no support or new major, so it doesn't have 4 hearts, doesn't have 3 spades, wants to bid no trumps. They've got something in diamonds. So our question here is, we know we don't have a fit to play in an 8-card major suit. What would 3 clubs by me mean at this point? So I got 4 plus clubs. So I think I've just got to take it. Well, I've only got 3. What would 3 spades mean? 6 spades. So that's not going to work either. And 3 hearts would show 5-5. So if you remember, if I bid 3 hearts directly, it was 5-5 invitational. Whereas if I go via new minor forcing, it's 5-5 forcing to game. So partner North's going to play no trumps. I got 14 points. They've opened the bidding. We've got to be in game, and no trumps is likely to be a better score than 5 clubs. So there we go. Let's hope partner's got a diamond stop, since we pointed the robots to a diamond lead. And partner does have a diamond stop, got a horrible hand. So partner's led the 4 of diamonds. They were bound to lose time. It looks as though, we don't know where the 2 of diamonds is. we're not going to set up spades. We're not, just nothing's good enough to set up spades. So we can throw spades from our hand because we're going to hold up the ace of diamonds for the third round to find some more information about diamonds. The hand is going to resolve around the club suit. If we look at it, we've got one diamond, 3 hearts is 4, 1 spade is 5. We need 4 club tricks, unless there happen to be 4 heart tricks. But we need to pick up the queen of clubs wherever it is. So we need to try and find out where it is. There are no clues in the auction. West didn't did any, nobody. People had a chance to bid, but they didn't. So nobody's got an awful lot of points. We've got 14, obviously 12, 26. So there's a probably split. Somebody has a 5-card diamond suit, but never bothered to bid it. So might have longest diamond suits. Let's see if we can find out. Diamonds, we're going to duck that. Duck this diamond. And another diamond range, the queen. Right, we're going to throw yet another spade. Right. So, what rather looks like East has 4 diamonds and West has 5 because the 2's now appeared. And East led with 3. So if they're playing 4th highest, that would mean they had 4 because they didn't have a lower one. And this one had 5. So that's the only clue we've got so far. I'd like to try and untangle, just see if I can get any more information from about hearts before I embark upon playing the clubs. I'm just looking to see which one. I'm going to hope that the clubs aren't 4-1. So I'm going to play hearts ending in the dummy. Sorry, ending in the north hand, which is, remember, this is the declarer in this case. South is the dummy. 3 and 4. Where's the 2? Looks as though hearts are not breaking. It's the 2. 7. Let's see which of them has 2 hearts and which of them has 4. And right, so this hand had 4 hearts. I'm inclined to place them with 5 diamonds as well from the opening lead, which is 9 cards that we know about. So they've got 4 places to put the rest of the cards. They've probably got some spades. Whereas this hand's turned up, we think, with only 4 diamonds and with only 2 hearts. So they've got 7 other spaces, 7 other cards, 7 black cards in that basis. They've thrown a spade away, which was our suit, but we've thrown spades away, so there's not too much in that. And I think it's most likely that East has the Queen of Clubs. I'm hoping you don't have to. Disaster. Looks like it might do though, because yeah, breaking badly. However, so this hand still has 2 clubs left, and we think a diamond. I think not a big diamond. So I played I think they've got two clubs, one diamond, and therefore two spades. So we could just cash our two black aces and settle for being down one. We can play the ace of spades and then a low spade. And this hand has the king or queen. If they have the king and they don't play it underneath the ace, they'll be thrown in. Hopefully they would have to cash the diamond. This hand wouldn't be able to win, and then they'd have to play a club. We could play the club to the ace. This hand's got to find another discard, and it can't afford to discard the heart, so they would discard another diamond probably in order to keep their spades in their hearts. Now that gives us more chance of throwing the lead for this hand in spades. But I've played the ace of clubs, there's no point because I don't have a tennis position anymore. But playing the ace of clubs gives us a chance of making two spade tricks, possibly. Because we could lose a spade to this hand, they cash their heart, and then we get a spade around. But it's 9 and 10 of spades are still missing. Is if this hand has the bigger club, bigger diamond still, and this one has a lower one. If I play the ace of spades and the spade, that one wins, and I'll never get to make my ace of clubs, but I might still probably won't make my spade. Is one off likely to be worth some match points? Probably because nobody else has. Everybody's going to bid 3 no trumps, and some people just going to guess clubs wrong and lose, go down straight away. So effectively, would I in fact though, have I got this wrong? If I just played clubs and lost to the queen, I would then have lost 4 diamond tricks. Yes, they still have communications and diamonds, we think. Unless this hand doesn't have any diamonds left at all, or hearts, it only has black cards. I'm going to give this a go, chance of making it, where I may well go 2 down. Ah, so that's interesting, isn't it? It's thrown its king of spades away. So that looks like the robot has calculated that if it keeps the spade, it will get end played and have to play a club. I don't think I can do it. If I now play a club to the ace, I can't exit safely to this hand to force it to play a spade to me. I think they've got 2 clubs and another spade. If the other spade is the queen, they're still getting end played. Very tricky. This is going to be a lot longer than last week's podcast. So we're trying to count these last 4 cards. This hand, it's got 1 heart. We think it's got 1 diamond, but could have 2 diamonds. And 1 or 2 spades. The robot, I think, would have played the king of spades And it discarded from king queen. Would have discarded the king from king. You could play the king from king queen. I would have played the queen. Sure. I think if East had played low, I would have now played a spade and tried for the end play. I think East has seen the end play coming and has exited, and has therefore got that spade so that it's got a low spade and can exit with it. I'm going to take the points for one off. Another diamond. No point in exiting the club. Just going to play the spade. The queen of spades pops up. It's the 9. No, I got to check. It's the 10. There's the jack of diamonds. They did have the big diamond. So I'm one off, but let me show you what the robot did. That was very clever. I get 25%. That's the table's making 3 no trumps. A couple of people are. But let me show you this hand, because what the robot did at that point was very clever. Here we are, we're in 3 no trumps. Let's just get through to the point where I decided to cash the ace of spades. So the diamonds were 5-4. It did turn out to be 4 hearts there. Now we found out about it. So now we're going to think of club finesse, cash the king of clubs. So here we are at this point. So now we play the ace of spades. It plays the 2. So the East robots already have to throw 1 spade away. See what happens now. If this robot plays the 9 of spades, my plan works because I now play another spade. So let me just do play here. So the robot actually threw its king of spades away, which thwarted my plan. Say the robot played the 9 of spades. Now I play the 8 of spades, 10 of spades, 5 of spades, king of spades. The robot cashes the jack of diamonds. Which matter? And you'll see that robots has to lead the queen or 7 of clubs around to the ace 10 of clubs in dummy, and I make the last 2 tricks and make the contract. So the robot had to throw that king of spades underneath my ace in order to prevent the end play. I wonder if I should have played it earlier, but it's an interesting question. But 25% down to second place now. Sorry to take so long over that, but it was interesting and challenging, I think. We've got 11 points, 4 spades, singles and club. Nobody else has got more than 11 points, we know that. Neither of those could open the bidding. We've got 4 spades. This is almost like the situation in an ordinary bridge hand where you don't know who's got the best hand, where you, if 4th in hand after 3 passes, you use the law of 15, where you add your number of points to your number of spades, and if it comes to 15 or more, you bid. So this is almost comparable to that. So we have a comparable situation. So should we open, or should we just get this? If we pass, the hand is going to get passed out because West won't have more than 11 points. The law of 15 suggests that we should bid. Our intermediates are not great. We have 4 spades, so they probably can't play in a spade contract. There's distribution here. It maybe partner has 11 points, maybe partner has 9. They have 10 each, for example. Or they could have 11 each, a partner could have 8, but no less. Oh, well, let's make this video a little shorter by passing. Well, that wasn't a good decision, was it? Partner's got quite a lot of hearts there. But the partner seems to have a 2-heart opening bid. I'm not sure why they never made it. They generally made 10 tricks in hearts. So, but no, here we are, 4th place. So we need some catching up to do. Well, we've got 14 points, 6 spades on board 6. Not much to do except open 1 spade for now. 3 clubs from partner is this invite, 6 clubs, 2 minus spades, 9 to 11 high card points. So we could pass this. I think 3 spades would be, there we go, 6 spades, 14 to 15 total points. We've actually got more than 14 to 15 total points. We've got 14 high card points, and they add on one of these, a point for each of these doubletons. And I think they had some points on the 6 card suits. So I think we're to bid 4 spades, 15 plus high card points, which I don't quite have. This is how we don't really know is how good their clubs are. Another thing to do, possibility is 3 no trumps. We do have the partial stop in hearts and diamonds. This should be 16 to 21 high card points. Where are partners? Here we are. Partner's got 9 to 11 high card points, including at least the queen of clubs, maybe the king or ace. So what else does partner have? And what can we do? If we bid 3 no trumps, we're going to get a red suit lead. We may only have 1 stop in the red suit which they lead. So it's once again another one of these difficult decisions, which the robot system, this 3 club bid takes up loads of bidding space, doesn't tell us the information we need. I think I'm going to hope that the clubs are good enough to get, if I bid 4 spades, I'm hoping the robot will turn up with 2 spades and either good enough clubs to get rid of a red card or good enough high cards in the red suits to take care of some of our losers. I'm just going to bid 3 spades. Right, so they've gone 4 diamonds. So they've got 6 clubs, 4 plus diamonds, 3 minus hearts, 2 minus spades. Don't know what they expect us to do with this. I think I'm just going to bid 4 spades. because that seems the most likely game. And even the robot has chosen to accept that, and the Queen of Spades lead is useful. The Ace of Hearts is still there. It does stop me roughing a heart in dummy. But I can do something, gives me I have an entry to the clubs, two outside of clubs themselves, 2, 4, 6. So let's hope that isn't a singleton. Because we've got 6 spades here, 1 there, that's 7. They've got 6. If the Queen's a singleton, there's 5 spades here. So is there any reason not to play, to just check on the distribution of spades? I don't think so. I'm going to check. It's another one. That's good. They fall as well. So you've seen 2 spades from each of them. So that's 4 of their 6 spades. So the 10's gone. So the Jack and 9 will draw the rest of their spades. So we should do that now. And I'm going to see what I can do with the clubs. Right. Got 4 tricks so far. 2 spades will be 6. Ace of Hearts and Ace of Diamonds is 8. And clubs are good. King, Queen are good. So expect a diamond, not a heart lead. Excellent. So I'm making this contract now. Right, so there we go. That's the bad news is that they both followed to 1 club. So we had 6 clubs there, 2 in our hand, that's 8. So they had 5. They were split 4-1. This hand's got 2 clubs left, but we can rough out the Jack. So we play the Queen. Get rid of our diamond loser. 10 of clubs. Trump. There's the Jack. And now we can cross for the Ace of Hearts and throw 2 more hearts away on the club, making make last trump, claiming 12 tricks. So that's worth 100%. Should move us back up a little bit into 2nd place anyway. Right, penultimate board. 13 high card points, 6 spades. One spade. 1 no trump from the robot, which is a forcing 1 no trump. So they could have up to 12 points. Because to bid a response at the 2 level would be forcing to game. So they need 13 points to do that. So they have to make their 1 no trump wide ranging, which means that really you shouldn't pass it. Quite a lot of people play it as kind of semi-forcing, actually, that they still give up with 11. Here, if I bid 2 spades now, this says I've got 6 spades and 12 to 16 total points, which is what I've got. So let's see if the robot wants to do anything. It does. It wants us to be in 4 spades. It's good. And get the diamond lead, which is very nice because we can get rid of one of our club losers quickly. We might only have 1 club loser, we might have 2. King of Hearts will take care of that heart loser. So we play the Jack of Diamonds now. There's the Queen, play the Ace, and before we're quite hopeful that since we've only got 5 diamonds, 3 rounds will stand up. They did. So now we need to decide what's the best way to play spades. I'm inclined to think that The ace is there with Jack. Well, this gives me these options. I could have let the 5 of hearts run, 10 of hearts run round to the king and finessed against the Jack of spades. What I'm going to do is to play the king of spades, this hand. It's got 2 spades. So I'm in some trouble now. So what possibly I was thinking of was I could play the 5 of hearts to the king, and the 9 would be good to throw the 8 of clubs away. That isn't the case. I can't afford to lose 2 spades, so I'm going to give up a trick. The Jack of spades typically is if they play a club, the ace, and a heart comes back, I'm going, and that's what's happening. There it goes. So that will be bad. 17%. As you see, I could make it a heart run around to the king. I could have taken the spade finesse, or I could have played spades the other way to start with, or whatever. But the crucial thing was not to allow the heart rush. Brings us back down to fourth. We'll take a big effort to get up to first now. 8, 12, 15. This is a flat 15, so 1 no trump, 3 no trumps from partner. We're going to need an over trick here to win, I think. And there's not too many opportunities for that. So they've led a spade. So we've got 2 spade tricks ultimately. We'll have 4 club tricks, ultimately 6, 7, 8 in diamonds, 9 in hearts. They will set up something before then. I'd like to preserve any entries to dummy, if an entry to dummy if I can. Still playing spades. It's the ace. I'm throwing the king underneath the ace. It wasn't any good because they're going to dummy. We'll play another one. So probably the 4 spades are in the left hand. So I can cash all the clubs. So if I cash my 4 clubs, the ace, king of diamonds, and the ace of hearts, that gives me 10 tricks. Right, 2 so far. 1 for the heart is 3. 4 clubs is 7, and the ace, king of diamonds. 2, 3 with the ace of hearts. 4, that's 7. No, it only makes 9 tricks. Right. Which is making the contract. So one thing I could do now I'm in dummy is finesse the Jack of diamonds. If that loses, we think this hand's got the spade to cash, and I'll make my 9 tricks. If it wins, that's a 10th trick because I've still got enough entries to untangle. Suppose I don't do that. Suppose I just now cash all my clubs, which means I end this hand. They've got to find a lot of discards, a lot of red card discards, and that may help me find out something. I really want to lose the hand. East, I think, doesn't have the spade. think the 13th spade is in the west hand. Remember, we had 3 rounds of spades and everybody followed, so there's just 1 spade out. I think it's in the west hand because they led spades. So taking the diamond finesse immediately, is an all or nothing thing. Whereas if I can play all rounds of clubs, they may find themselves in some difficulty. I'm going to give that a go. So this hand had only 1 club. It seems like 3 spades, I'm guessing. So it means it had 9 red cards. We had 11 red cards. 6 red cards for this hand. See what else I throw. Throw a diamond and a heart. And I've done it this way so I can choose now where the lead is. Well, I could now take this diamond finesse, play the king, go over to the 10 of clubs, cash the ace of diamonds, and still come back to the ace of hearts and make tricks. Are there any clues in the bidding? So everybody passed round to me. Who's turned up with what? West turned up with the ace of clubs. East turned up with the ace of spades. And we're interested in the king jack of hearts and queen of diamonds. So they could be anyway. They could both be in the east hand. In which case you could end play east. I think I'm going for the diamond finesse now. That seems to me the best chance of, but we're not. Right. And we might even go down now. We'll find a heart switch and the king of hearts is in that hand. I've found the heart switch. So, yeah. I'm probably going down, but I'll try the quick hearts and it wins. That's all right. Good. So 9 of diamonds, king, and my hand's high now, so I can claim. Both the queen of diamonds and the king of hearts are on, so 53% for that. So we stay in 4th place. So it's really those two 25%, and particularly this 17%. I could have played spades differently. That would probably move me up quite a way, although the winner once again is a long way out. It's quite, I could easily be 3rd, and it's not too much to get 2nd, but a long way to 1st. But there were some good results along the way, and there was a lot of, I think, very useful hand counting to be done. So I hope you found it useful, and you managed to get to the end of the video. And if you have, perhaps you could like it, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks for watching.